Hey guys, so it's Angela with Pop Shack. Today the boys aren't home. Got the house to myself, and so we're going to make beeswax wraps. See some behind me, and these are finished. And we'll take you through the process real fast, and hopefully you'll be making your own. Alright, so beeswax wraps are a really great alternative to things like aluminum foil, saran wrap, things like that. They're reusable. You can reuse them for up to 3 years, even longer if you don't use them that often. They're very, very eco-friendly, very easy to use. The warmth of your hand is what can mold it. You can use them with many things around cans, canned goods, stuff like that. Most fruits and vegetables, as long as it's not really acidic. I wouldn't use them on meats, but you know, you could use them on a lot of different things like that. They're also very easy to wash. You just wash them with cold water and a non-alcoholic cleaner. So it takes 3 ingredients to make those. What I've done this time is I've just melted it in the oven. For our recipe, I use a cup of our beeswax that we get from our bees, a half a cup of pine resin, or you can find that on eBay. Use 2 tablespoons of jojoba oil, so it doesn't take very much, and this gets us quite a ways on our adventure here. So as I said, this one is finished. I make 3 different sizes. I make them 20, 30, and 40 centimeters square, which is about 8, 12, and 14, something like that in inches. That gives us pretty good range of what we can do with them. I also make them in several different colors, several different kinds. And that way they can go with a lot of different kitchens. We sell them in our booth, and we'll be selling them online for $30 a set, and that's for the 20, 30, and 40 centimeter sets. And of course they all have different themes. All right, so let's get to making this. Like I said, we've got our pine rosin, beeswax, and jojoba oil in here. I have melted it in the oven. I've laid down some parchment paper, and that's just to protect the cabinets. I've already started working on this one. And then also over there I have a couple of regular cookie sheets with some more paper on it. And I have set the oven to about 170 degrees. That's in Celsius. That helps keep this melted. I can just throw it back in when I need it. And then I can also put these in, which I'll show you in just a minute. All right, so our first step is I've got this cheap 2-inch regular paintbrush. You can see I've used it several times. It's just for doing this. So we'll see if I can do this one-handed. My brush is stiff because of all the old beeswax that's in it, but it'll soften up. And basically all you want to do is just get enough on there, and you just want to rub this. You don't have to worry about getting it all on there, and even drops like this, it's fine too. You can see right here where we don't have any. You can see the drops, stuff like that. And even this big space, I'll show you how we can take care of that in just a minute. So what I do is after I get, usually I only do about 1/2 of one side, and then I just fold that over, undo it from the paper, and then I take it over here. Don't mind the messy kitchen. Sam's been making a lot of jams here lately. All right, so you see our beeswax that's stuck on there. Well, the whole thing. And I also usually put it to where the side that's got the most beeswax is on top. So we're going to put this in the oven for a few minutes, and when it comes back out, I'll be able to use that same brush, and I'll go over top of it, and that'll help soak all of the beeswax, the resin, and the jojoba oil all the way through it. All right, should be ready to go. Stayed in a little longer than normal, but whatever, it works. All right, you can see how it's already soaked through everything. And so what you do is a little hard to do with one hand, but you just make sure that it's all soaked through really nicely. Now, I usually use a fork or something like that to get it off the paper, because at this point it is very hot. And then you open it up and you get any extra beeswax or anything like that and just spread it around. Now don't worry about stuff like this. It will stick. It will stick to everything. But part of the process, once it's all completed, is that I go through and I trim all of the edges with just an old pair of scissors. And that's part of the process. It's kind of like a quality control or something like that. So now this is already starting to stiffen up. It's already cooling off enough that I can hold it. This is ready to hang up. It'll dry within just a few minutes, and then it's ready to trim all the pieces off, ready to fold, and ready to sell. Now, I do want to mention that it's best to use cotton. I have used other kinds of fabric before, but cotton is the best to use. You see in the sunlight there is some kind of pine resin there. That's perfectly fine too. Light colored fabric is better to use. You can use dark fabric, but it's going to show your brush marks. It's going to show any kind of extra wax or anything like that that's on there. Cotton, light colored fabrics like the lemons and stuff like that, perfect to use. While this one was in the oven, I've already gotten an entire set ready to go in, plus what matches that. And so yeah, it's really quick, it's really simple to make them, simple to use. Like I said, that's already dry, and well, not dry, it's still tacky, but they will stay tacky forever. So anyway, that's how you make beeswax wraps. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.